Welcome to UFC Honors, presented by Toyo Tires, here in Las Vegas. And what better place to give away some hardware and recognize some of the greatest fights of 2021 than the fight capital of the world. Hello and welcome inside our UFC Apex studio. I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. You know this man, UFC Hall of Famer, former middleweight champion, Michael Bisping. Michael, if these awards existed when you were around, you no doubt would have several of them on your mantle.
So many.
But great to celebrate them.
So many. They came around after I retired, but still, it's not all about me. It's about the tremendous fights that happened this year. Or should I say last year, 2021. What a year it was. 52 events, 10 of them being the Contender Series. But the fights, they just seem to get better and better. I can't wait to get into these awards.
Some champions solidified themselves as all-time greats. Some others emerged as new champions. We're here to celebrate the best in all these categories. UFC Honors presented by Toyo Tires. It is the official program to represent the best of these fighters and performances and moments that we will remember, including 2 awards that will be given out by Dana White himself. We will reveal those later in the show. Here are the Fan Choice Awards that you, the fans, have voted on, and we have already released the winners on social media. You have Kamaru Usman for the knockout of the year when he took out Jorge Masvidal in April. A couple months later, that's when we got the submission of the year in June in Phoenix. Brandon Moreno realizing UFC gold, becoming the first Mexican-born champion. UFC 268 was the event of the year in November. Our triumphant return to Madison Square Garden. The comeback of the year belongs to Charles Oliveira in May when he captured his UFC lightweight championship over Michael Chandler. That same Michael Chandler who will take home some hardware as well for his debut of the year, which came against Dan Hooker back in January. All UFC Honors Award winners will receive a trophy, that trophy celebrating their achievement. We're going to start our awards here by reviewing some of those Fan Choice Awards, and we will start with the UFC lightweight champion. Charles Oliveira took on Michael Chandler. Michael Bisping in May, UFC 262. And what an event it was, and what a comeback it was after many gave Chandler a 10-8 in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, because look at this. It looks like Charles Oliveira is finished. Michael Chandler swarming all over him. But no, he is not done. And to think people used to say Oliveira has no heart, certainly showed a lot of it here. Wait for it, bang, there it is. That's the one that got it done. Drops him, puts him down. Big Dan steps in. Just a tremendous show of heart, determination, whatever adjective you want to use, Ben.
Well, and a tremendous source of inspiration for a lot of UFC fighters to know the journey that he had been on. He'd been on the UFC for a long time. He has put it together, and in 2021, he becomes a UFC champion and a huge Brazilian superstar.
Oh, listen, and talk about an inspiration to the people of Brazil. Let's remember, this is a guy that comes from abject poverty, from the favelas. Now here he is, literally on top of the world, and I couldn't be happier for the man.
And what a division, and what a way to follow it up when he defended it against Dustin Poirier. There are a lot of eyes on what Charles Oliveira does coming into 2022. We shift our focus now back to that event mentioned in November, our return to Madison Square Garden. I mean, you had a huge fight, a rematch between Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington. You had the rematch between Zhang Weili and Rose Namajunas. You had knockouts all over the card, Michael. And I know that you were in the building a night that you won't soon forget.
Oh, I lost my voice by the end of it. Literally did, because I was screaming from the start to the finish. And talking about the finish, the start of the main card was the fight of the year. Unbelievable. I mean, this was an incredible fight as well. Back and forth the entire time. Rose Namajunas with the wrestling. But the one that opened the main card, Chandler versus, and here it is, versus Gage. I mean, what a fight. I mean, I'm just glad for their health that this was only 3 rounds. Because if it was 5, my word, I don't know how they would have taken this. But it was back and forth the entire time. Incredible show of martial arts, toughness, whatever word you want to use, but it was just exceptional.
We don't want to leave out our good friend Chito Vera. Got a front kick knockout on Frankie Edgar. We had the arrival of Ian Gary to the UFC with a knockout win. You had Chris Barnett, knockout, flip. Alex Pereira, Bobby Green, Chris Curtis. That was an incredible event. What is it? You've headlined Madison Square Garden. What is it about that building?
Well, thanks for bringing up the time I was choked unconscious and lost my belt. Really appreciate that one. Listen, Madison Square Garden, there's just something about it. Such an iconic arena. And then when you put together one of the best fight cards of the year, which is what that was, you know, I mean, it has to deliver. The main event was sensational, Colby and Kamaru. And as you say, even on the undercard, so many knockouts, so many newcomers to the UFC, an unforgettable event.
All right, you mentioned the knockouts. Let's get to the knockout of the year. That That would be Kamaru Usman taking on Jorge Masvidal. It was the first event back in front of a full house, if you remember, in Jacksonville, Florida, UFC 261 in April. And Usman, he got the decision win over Jorge Masvidal the first time around, and he wanted to finish him, and he did.
Definitely no need for the judges on this one. Look at that. He was unconscious from the moment the right hand connected. There was that still where he's asleep on his shoulder. Those follow-ups were not necessary. It was a beautiful shot. It was simplistic, just a right hand, but it landed right on the money. It was delivered perfectly. And to do that against Jorge Masvidal, a man that really is as tough as they come, he can take a shot. He's got an iron chin to knock him out like that. In style, main event, defending the belt. Doesn't get much better than
Kamaru Usman had a huge year in 2021, in part for that knockout. He also beat Gilbert Burns. I mean, he has really cemented himself as one of, if not the all-time great in that welterweight division. Let's go to the submission of the year. Brandon Moreno, Davison Figueiredo. It was a rematch. Remember, late in 2020, they fought to a draw that nobody will forget. But then this one was when Brandon Moreno broke through for Mexico. It happened in the third round, and what a scene it was in Phoenix.
What a scene indeed. And listen, he beat him from start to finish. He outboxed him, he outclassed him, out-scrambled, and of course, out-rear naked choked him, because that's what got the job done. Just sensational. Couldn't be happier for Brandon. What a, just a likable guy. He's so nice, but my word, can this guy fight? And they're going to do it again next week. Can't wait for that one at UFC 270.
Yes, he's always been a fan favorite, certainly, but a huge breakthrough moment, and he has just risen to be a next-level superstar. Here is the assassin baby Brandon Moreno accepting the award.
Okay. Oh! Ah! Oh! Submission of the year 2021. Wow, it's pretty. Thank you so much, guys. I love it. I actually love the box too. It's very nice. But the trophy. With this, I can't even, I mean, I can confirm my amazing last year, right? 2021 was an amazing year for me, for my career. And, you know, I put everything like very high to try to pass that challenge. But man, I'm very motivated to make this 2022 like better than the last one. I remember that the first thought on my mind was like, I did it. Like, wow, what an amazing journey. What a roller coaster, but I did it. And this trophy, it means to me that, you know, like the calm and the peace of my mind and my soul.
Oh, a fighter who radiates positivity. It is hard to watch him do anything without a smile on your face. And of course, when he gets in the octagon, he is always entertaining. Michael, perhaps no other fighter took as big of a leap in 2021 than Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, because it's crazy to think about. At one point, the man was released from the organization, but it shows it's not how you start, it's how you finish. He came back, he stayed the course, and now he is the champion of the world. And that performance was just outstanding because, as we know, Figueiredo, incredibly tough opponent, okay? A very dangerous guy inside the octagon, and Moreno beat him from start to finish. He outboxed him, like I said earlier. The boxing was sensational. He took him down, and of course, it's a classic, but that's why they're called the classics. Once he got him in that position, he got the body triangle and the rear naked choke. You can see the emotion on the face.
Yeah.
Well done, that man.
Much like, you know, you made history for your country. He did that for Mexico. What is that like? That's just next level.
I mean, come on, that's incredible, isn't it? And Mexico, as we know, this is a country that loves combat sports. Of course, a steep history in boxing, and now they have their first ever bona fide UFC champion. Well done, Brandon Moreno.
All right, UFC Honors presented by Toyo Tires continues. Now to the president picks. Dana White has 2 categories selected for his year-end award. Here's a look at the nominees for Fight of the Year.
Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler, the door has been locked behind them. Oh my goodness. Big shots for Chandler.
This may not last. You don't want to do this with Michael Chandler, man. Dude is powerful. Justin ate that.
Uppercut causes the knockdown. Chandler covers up. Justin Gaethje. Oh, Chandler with the right hand.
And Chandler's had a lot of success also. It's a great fight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Chandler gotta think his fan base well tonight. He's tough.
Yeah, he is. Oh my goodness. Justin Gaethje.
What a
My
fight.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He hurt him. Oh my These dudes are going crazy. This fight has been everything it was promised to be. Wow.
What a fight. Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler now connected forever.
On the short list, no question, in 2021 for the biggest non-title fights, most anticipated matchups.
Oh, man.
Heavy
The combos.
leather.
Wow. Tremendous amounts of action. I mean, look at that. That was nice. Back and forth they go.
Up elbow, snuck in there from Rodriguez along the fence.
Nice. Jumps in the air, flying knee connects. Nicely done. I mean, that's what makes Yair so special.
Yair is just standing right in the
Yeah,
pocket
man.
with Max right now. These guys are going for it. What a fight. Nice timing from Holloway there. Very nice.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, my
Rodriguez
God.
empty in the tank. Another flying knee from Rodriguez. This featherweight bout lived up to it and then some. You knew it was going to be good. Two warriors.
These two dudes want to take it to each other.
Brian T. City Ortega out of the blue corner. Alexander Volkanovski out of the red corner. Ooh! Big right hand there from Volkanovski. And a nice quick counter from Ortega. There's a nice overhand right. Yeah, that had some impact behind it. Ooh! Knockdown for T. City. Beautifully timed by Volkanovski.
I think that right hand hurt him a little bit, John.
Big right hand there from the champ. Oh, huge ground strikes from Volkanovski. Nice jab there from the champion.
Volkanovski does not look to be slowing down at all.
Oh, that left hand's getting through. Oh, and Ortega going for it. Oh, the stretch lands a big right hand late. Unbelievable.
Time.
What a featherweight championship fight. And now a left. What a fight. 25 minutes turned in by Alexander Volkanovski and Brian Ortega.
Prohaska minus 125, small favorite. Dominic Reyes plus 105 is the underdog. A right cross, that wobbled Reyes. Prohaska on the warpath now.
Oh, nice left.
Wow, that's just explosiveness right there.
Answered by Reyes again.
Very nice counter left.
Reyes still firing back.
Prohaska is swarming all over him now.
Spinning elbow! Gary Prohaska!
Spinning elbow, puts him face first into the octagon. Right elbow, left elbow, finds the target, out like a light, job done. My word, we got a new contender.
And a matchup as good as any in recent memory in this ruthless UFC bantamweight division. Sandhagen loves that jump knee. A lot of layers to the striking games of both men. Big left from Jan.
You just knew this was going to be a great fight.
What a fight. Jan right back to work. Oh! Spinning power.
I mean, look at Jan's boxing, man. He just does such a good job of mixing combinations.
Nice combination from Jan.
Big moment there for the former champion, Petr Yan. His boxing is so good, man.
Beautiful spinning attack late. Oh, and they're fighting past the horn. What a fight. A lot of mutual respect.
Heidi Andrel here, joined by UFC President Dana White, and we have just seen the nominees for the President's Choice Fight of the Year presented by Toyo Tires. One thing last year was a lot of uncertainty, but one thing that we were certain on was there were a lot of good fights. There can only be one winner, though. Who will you bestow that honor upon?
Yeah, it was an incredible year of fights, and but the one that stands out the most, the one that I think everybody would universally agree, was Gaethje versus Chandler. You know, the fight was an absolute war. It was one of those fights that actually lived up to the hype. Going in, I knew it was going to be the fight of the year, and I think everybody else knew it was going to be the fight of the year, and then it ended up being the fight of the year. So congratulations to both those guys. What an absolute war that was, and yeah, that was a special fight.
You know, he said it best when he said they should have been, they were born in the wrong times. They should have been fighting in the Coliseum. It was that good of a fight. It was back and forth action. Of course, Justin Gaethje walking away with a unanimous decision winning that one. As we mentioned, a lot of really good fights in 2021. Another one that stands out to me, Alexander Volkanovski, Brian Ortega, T-Mobile Arena erupting, particularly in that third round. What do you remember about watching that one live?
Yeah, another war. And the thing that stands out the most to me was the fact that Volkanovski was able to get out of Ortega's submission, which nobody usually does. So another fight that was an absolute dogfight, and you know, just Gaethje Chandler was just so good. Like I said, if you look at the top 5 fights from last year, it's tough to pick.
Definitely. It's Gaethje Chandler with top billing tonight. For more on their thoughts, let's send it back to Brendan Fitzgerald and Michael Bisping.
Thank you very much, Heidi. And of course, Dana. Michael, fight of the year. It is hard to argue with Dana White when you go Chandler, Gaethje, the lead off of that event of the year at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, listen, there's no need to argue with him because that, by far, in my opinion, was the fight of the year. In fact, one of the best fights of all time in the history of the UFC. Yes, grand words I hear you say, Brendan, but I'm telling you, I was there and the crowd was going absolutely ballistic. I mean, look at this non-stop action. And this is what happened from the start of the first round to the end of the third round. Both guys fighting tooth and nail. Both guys doing tremendous damage to one another. And we saw it all. It wasn't just boxing and kicks and stuff like that. We saw wrestling. We saw a little bit of jiu-jitsu. It was a fantastic display of mixed martial arts, heart, courage, determination. Incredible stuff.
It sure was. And of course, Chandler has already had some hardware for the debut of the year as well. This is the Michael Chandler accepting his award for Fight of the Year.
What an honor it is to be selected for the Fight of the Year of 2021. You know, when I got into the sport, I wanted big fights against great opponents on huge stages, and that's exactly what November 6th was against Justin Gaethje at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. So thank you, Dana, for this opportunity that you've given me. Thank you for this award. I told you when I signed with the organization, I was going to try to be a good thing for your organization and make people feel something by my performances. So I hope everybody felt something November 6th when me and Justin Gaethje went through that war. And Dana, thank you so much for the opportunity you've given us fighters by single-handedly building not just an organization, but a sport in general, a sport as a whole. So thank you so much. Thank you to the fans who have made this whole thing possible, that you guys tune in every single weekend. And over the next year, tune in. Bigger and bigger fights. I'll see you guys at the top.
Big year 2021 for Michael Chandler as we continue with UFC honors presented by Toyo Tires. And that was him accepting, of course, on behalf of Gaethje as well for the Fight of the Year. But as we showed you at the top of the show, he's not done collecting hardware. He also won the Fans' Choice for Debut of the Year. It was early in 2021, January, Abu Dhabi, Fight Island, when he was welcomed in by Dan Hooker, and a lot of people had eyes on him. He was very highly touted, and man, he was impressive to start off.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at the way he's stalking Dan Hooker here. Dan Hooker, the taller guy, is backing away from the wrestler. He waited for the perfect moment, left hook, puts him down, which isn't an easy thing to do. Certainly when you're making your UFC debut, they talk about octagon jitters. He was coming from another organization. There was tremendous pressure on this man to perform, but perform he did, and what a celebration. I mean,
yeah.
I was terrified for both of his knees, but the knockout, my God, just absolutely sensational.
He got Debut of the Year, he got Fight of the Year, he was, of course, in the Comeback of the Year involved in that one. He led off the pay-per-view for the Event of the Year. Michael Chandler has won some fans for those reasons. All right, there is one more President's Pick. It is for Performance of the Year. Before we hear from Dana White, here are the nominees.
Rose Namajunas is in the blue. Zhang Weili in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
Right on the jaw. It's over. I mean, when Rose Namajunas wins title, she does it in, man. Oh, my goodness.
It's spectacular.
She does it in spectacular fashion.
Rose hits her with a hammer fist.
Are you kidding me?
Boy, does the night belong to Thug Rose Namajunas.
She is the first woman in UFC history to recapture a title she once held.
Thug Rose just shook up the world.
This is so crazy. Like goosebumps.
I feel so
Nervous. Like, what in the world, man?
just got stung.
Knocked right hand by Usman. Usman has a beautiful right hand, man. Beautiful takedown by Usman. Got to the body and just exploded into that takedown finish. Usman's doing a real good job with his jab right now. Ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. That's finality right there.
We have never seen that.
They can't talk about those two fights anymore. Usman slept him.
That man looks like the greatest pound-for-pound fighter in the world right now, to my eyes. It shall be done for all the flyweight marbles. The assassin baby, Brandon Moreno, is in green. Figueiredo in the black and gold, as befits a champion.
He caught him coming in. Perfectly placed by Brandon Moreno.
Oh! He dropped him.
Moreno looks supremely confident.
Nice left hook there from Brandon Moreno.
Oh, look at
Right
this.
hand, takedown.
Brandon Moreno gets him down. Oh, my goodness. He is under the chin. Oh, my God, he's got it.
Look like
He
it's
got it.
Tijuana!
Moreno.
You have a champion! Brandon Moreno is the undisputed UFC flyweight champion!
Wow.
Mexico! You got one!
Look how happy that man is. Oh, my goodness. Amazing.
Juliana Pena looking to spin this MMA world on its axis with a sport-altering win. Amanda Nunes looking to keep things status quo.
Oh, Pena's doing a good job of just getting in her face here. Oh, right hand from Juliana.
Juliana Pena!
Oh, this is going to make Amanda tired. She said she was going to go out there and take the fight to Amanda Nunes.
Oh, she hurt her. She's exhausted and she's hurt.
Down by Pena.
Oh, look at that.
And then Pena to the back.
She's got
Juliana Pena is the UFC bantamweight champion.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the biggest upset in the history of the sport.
The moment is upon us. Poirier, the southpaw, is in red. Charles Oliveira in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
Good knee to the body by Oliveira. Oh, got tagged again. Oliveira with a good clean right hand. This is what we've said about Oliveira. Just so crisp with his technique.
Oliveira's landing some nasty ground and pound.
These are big shots. It's under the neck. It's under the neck.
Charles Oliveira down and out, folks. Charles Oliveira maintains the throne. He gets the signature win over Dustin Poirier.
Heidi Andrel here alongside UFC President Dana White, and we have just seen the President's Choice nominees for Performance of the Year presented by Toyo Tires. With so many good fights, you're going to have a lot of performances to pick from, but there can only be one. And who has that honor this year?
Yeah, it would have to be Juliana Pena. Not only with performance, but one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport. You know, I met her a long time ago. She told me she was going to do this when I met her, and she did it.
She did. And I remember there was a lot of hype around her early, and to see her come away with this victory so far into her career and do what so many tried and failed at doing. Another fight, and we're speaking of champions, Kamaru Usman, the welterweight champion, that monstrous right hand putting Jorge Masvidal on the canvas. What do you remember about that one, and what gave Pena the edge?
Yeah, again, hype leading into the Usman Masvidal fight. And, you know, Usman solidified last year that he is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. You know, there were a lot of people hating on him, a lot of people doubting him. And now he's on like he's starting to lap these guys now. It's beating them a second time. And obviously the Masvidal fight was a big one for him.
Comes with the territory, right? Lots to look forward to in 2022, but for Juliana Pena, it's another form of gold here today. For more on their thoughts, let's send it back to Brendan Fitzgerald and Michael Bisping.
Thanks very much, Heidi. Well, there you go. Dana White once again with the pick. Juliana Pena, an upset for the ages is their performance of the year.
Yeah, because Amanda Nunes, everybody expects her to win. That's how good she is, and that's why that performance really stood out. Let's be honest, it didn't start too well for Juliana. The Lioness came out and did what she did. She was dominating. She was looking great. but there's no quitting Juliana Pena. This is the second round. They're going toe-to-toe. They're trading shots, and she's outlanding. She's doing more damage, and she's beating the will to win out of Amanda Nunes. And here we are. This is the finish. Takes it down. Doesn't even get the hooks in properly. But once she got that position, she squeezed with everything she had. And then look at the smile on that face, because I'm not surprised. A lifelong's work. Realized the champion of the world defeats the GOAT, you know, the pound-for-pound best.
That's what I mean.
What more do you want,
Well,
Brendan?
this sport, just when you think you know, we get an event like that in December to send us into the new year and really kind of shake us a bit and be like, this is what's possible in this sport.
That's why we love mixed martial arts, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, yes, you look at somebody like Amanda Nunes, and I was guilty of it. I mean, of course, no, I didn't fall for the hype. The hype was deserved, but I thought she's going to walk through everybody until the day she retires. But guess what? Like my mum used to say, there's always someone bigger, better, and tougher just waiting for you around the corner. And that woman was Juliana Pena.
That life-changing night in December belonged to Juliana Pena, and here she is accepting her award.
Hey guys, Juliana Pena. Just wanted to give a shout out to UFC and President Dana White for honoring me with Performance of the Year for 2021. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. The truth of the matter is that I couldn't do it without my coaches and without my team, and I believe I have the best team behind me, so thank you to my team. I'm so grateful. I would also like to shout out the fans. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. I'm really excited to see what 2022 has in store, and I can't wait to get back inside the octagon and defend this belt. I'll see you guys soon.
A well-deserved award for Performance of the Year, UFC Honors, presented by Toyo Tires. And just as Juliana said there, Michael, she's looking forward to 2022. So are we.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to in the
Well, I'm looking forward to a lot of these fights happening again, because there is going to be rematches.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Pena and Nunes, they will do it again. We've got Moreno and Figueiredo next weekend. Cyril Gane taking on Francis Ngannou. I mean, Brendan just stopped me. Just sensational fights, one after the other. They're going to do it. Belts are going to be contested. Champions will be made. And I cannot wait for it.
I, for one, am looking forward to working with this man.
Oh, of course. Come on.
Often in 2022. And also Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. Let's not forget about that one coming up in March. If you want to learn more about UFC Honors presented by Toyo Tires, all you have to do is visit UFC.com/honors. And that's going to do it as we cap off 2021. It can officially be in the rearview mirror now. Now we set our sights ahead. For the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping, I'm Brendan Fitzgerald. We thank you for taking a walk down memory lane for last year. Let's set some records and make some new moments in 2022.